So the Climate Justice Clinic really aims to firstly expand students' understanding of what climate justice means and also what the existing climate justice movement in Australia looks like, what's happening.
Our focus is on assisting the climate justice movement more broadly. We do this by incubating new ideas and really trying to help organisations that might otherwise be short of resourcing to help develop and build on new ideas in the climate justice space.
I've always been pretty passionate about the environment and environmental law, but I hadn't really had an opportunity to have a go at it and see if it was something that I would want to do or pursue it further.
Because I think there's often a very negative narrative that's presented in the media, a very doom and gloom, nothing can be done. Whereas we try to counteract that by showing them actually there is all this great work being done.
I'd say the work is a bit of a mix of like theory and hands-on as well, because every week we'd have readings or a guest speaker.
We have a really comprehensive guest speaker program where we invite 4 to 5 people from the environmental movement in Australia to come and talk to the clinic about their work.
The clinic undertakes a range of valuable work. So whether it's supporting existing movement organisations, so peak environmental bodies, to look at a small part of a larger piece of litigation, all the way through to developing its own ideas as a clinical organisation, to look at ways in which students and young people can be engaging with the climate justice movement.
You're doing like proper research work where you have to come up with the ideas. It's very like self-driven, self-motivated. That's just something that you don't get from traditional law units most of the time.
You really have to communicate. You have to know how to say, look, I'm struggling with this, or look, I think I'm really great at this, so I'm going to tackle this and you can tackle this.
So a highlight for me from the clinical period was definitely being able to present our research to the client, who then passed it on to counsels and barristers.
Increasingly students are finding it difficult to get opportunities in the law.
The Climate Justice Clinic is an established community legal centre clinic, so you can say that you've had a placement and experience working in a legal setting. And we also give students an opportunity to meet a lot of people from across the environmental movement in Australia. Not necessarily just lawyers, but in other organisations where lawyers might be employed.
The clinic gave me so many skills in terms of employability, and not only skills but the ability to reflect.
I think that is probably one of the most valuable things you get out of it, the legal skills, and just being able to envision what life will be like in a law firm.
Putting your hand up is the first and often the hardest challenge. So put your hand up, get involved and get started.